Greetings from Columbia, South Carolina. Welcome in to the Colonial Life Arena on the campus of the University of South Carolina, your site for the 2014 Class 3A Girls State Basketball Championship as the 21-4 Dreher Blue Devils face off with the 25-3 Knights of Crestwood High School. Hello, everybody. I am Birch Antley. This is Stacy Huff. Stacy, we've got a great matchup here for the 3A state title. Crestwood, they have never been here before. The Dreher Lady Blue Devils, they were here 2 years ago when they won it all.
Absolutely. It's the New Jacks, Crestwood Knights, first time in school history. This will be an eye-opening experience for them. Dreher kind of old hat. Both teams hungry, though, to make a statement for this particular season.
Well, let's take a look first at the Dreher Blue Devils. They're the visitors here today, right here from Columbia, South Carolina, the upper state champs. And, Stacy, they are led by one of the state's top guards, the 3A Player of the Year.
Kadra Duckett wears number 41, averages about 16 points a game, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals. As you say, 3A Player of the Year, 24 big points in a big game last week to get them into the state final game. She's had a great career at Dreher High School.
Well, the Dreher Blue Devils get some help in that starting five, and they have a very talented player in Michaela Johnson, an all-state player, a Clemson commitment, Shaniqua Hopkins, Jalen Murray, Jalea Dunlap, just a sophomore, and Kadra Duckett, the all-state guard. That's your starting five for the Dreher Blue Devils. Well, head coach Teresa Jones has been on those sidelines for 12 years leading the Blue Devil program, and we asked her what she is telling her players heading into this big state championship.
The folks will be just staying disciplined, staying focused, playing our game and not being inconsistent in what we do. We'll mainly talk about defense, how we can all block out, make sure that we're attacking and not just passing the ball around the perimeter and standing.
On the other side of the court, the home team here today, the champions of the lower state from Sumter, South Carolina, first ever trip to a state championship, the Crestwood Knights, and they are led by a very talented guard as well, who's also an all-state player.
And she's a tall guard, 6 foot tall. Kiana Williams wears number 3, folks. 14 points a game, 12 rebounds, averages a double-double, which is rare, of course. Also throws in 5 assists, 3 steals, and an all-state selection. Number 3, Kiana Williams, is a exciting player. We'll have enjoyed watching her in this ball game.
Well, the Crestwood Knights starting five. Let's take a look. Of course, you've got Kiana Williams and then Brianna Presley, Kawasha Caesar, very talented sophomore guard, Zariah Kelly, a senior, and Shaquanda McCrae, a very good sophomore post player. Well, the Crestwood Knights are led by head coach Tony Wilson, who's been with the program for 7 years now, and we caught up with Coach Wilson earlier and asked him what he is telling his ladies in the locker room to get ready for a championship.
Well, I'm going to tell the team we have to stay focused. We're going to have to continue to work on the things that got us here to the state championship. It's a new experience for Crestwood Lady Knights basketball, first time ever being in the state championship game or the first sport at Crestwood High School ever playing for a state championship. So we know, it's been a long, tough road getting here, but we're just going to tell them to stay focused and do the things that got us, to the state championship.
Tip-off is next when we return to Columbia. We've got the Dreher Blue Devils, we've got the Crestwood Knights, and we've got it right here for you on the Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
It's Wardell for the win! Sky View State Champs!
Be there. The NFHS Network. Download the app today.
Don't want no excuses tonight. We in the playoff mode now. Don't let them play hard. Play as one, win as one. One time, yeah!
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
We start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. Oh, we're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the student broadcast program, visit nfhsnetwork.com/SBP.
to go. Calvert for the win. Off the iron. It counts. Adams got it.
Josh Adams with the tip.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Off above everybody. Unreal.
There's a lot more than just athletic talent on display here at the Colonial Life Arena by the student athletes here in the state of South Carolina, but Stacey Huff, some musical talent as well.
Absolutely. Great showing all the way around, and what an atmosphere here tonight.
Yeah, the national anthem performed by members of the ensemble from Crestwood High School in Sumter, South Carolina. And we're moments away from tip-off here in the 3A state championship. The 21-4 Dreher Blue Devils looking for their second title in 3 trips. The Crestwood Knights 25-3, first ever trip to the state championship in any sport for Crestwood High School out of Sumter. And now we will join the public address announcer here at the Colonial Life Arena in the capital city and get our player introductions. We will start with the Dreher Blue Devils from right here in Columbia.
Let's meet the starting lineup for this contest. First, from the capital city of Columbia, South Carolina, Richland County respectively, wearing royal blue uniforms with black and white trim with an overall record of 21-4, currently ranked number 5 by the South Carolina Basketball Coaches Association, champions and representing Region 4 Class 3A, the Dreher High School Lady Blue Devils. At a guard position, a 5'3", senior number 23, Shaniqua Hopkins. Playing the guard position of 5'9", senior number 41, Kadra Duckett. At center position, a 6'5", senior number 21, Markayla Johnson. At 1-4 position, a 6'1", freshman number 30, Jalen Murray. And playing the other 4 position, a 6'3", sophomore number 34, Whitley Dunlap. And the head coach of the Lady Blue Devils is Teresa Jones.
There you go, the starters for the Dreher Blue Devils, and now the introduction of the Crestwood Knights.
Wearing the home white uniforms with royal purple and black trim, with an overall record of 25-3. Currently ranked number 4 by the South Carolina Basketball Coaches Association. They are champions and representing Region 6 Class 3A, the Crestwood High School Lady Knights. At a guard position, a 6-foot senior, number 3, Kiana Williams. Playing the second guard position of 5'6", sophomore, number 15, Kawasha Caesar. At center position, a 6'3", sophomore, number 30, Shaquanda McCray. At 1-4 position, a 5'7", senior, number 24, Zaria Kelly. And playing the other 4 position, a 5'8", senior, number 10, Brianna Presley. And the rest of the Lady Knights.
We are set for tip-off. But now let's go to courtside where David Hamilton is. David.
Birch, the most famous basketball alum from Dreher High School, is, of course, Alex English, who, after his high school career, went on to star here at South Carolina and then was an 8-time NBA All-Star. Well, following in his footsteps at Dreher these days is the 3A Player of the Year, Kadra Duckett, who we'll see here in a few moments. Like English, she will also play her college basketball here at South Carolina. Whether or not she ends up being a star for the Gamecocks, that remains to be seen. She says all she's focused on today is bringing home a state championship for her Blue Devils.
All right, thanks, David. Yes, Alex English, his name is hanging in the rafters here at the Colonial Life Arena. At one time, the all-time leading scorer for the University of South Carolina. Here are the referees and officials. Sheldon Bowles is our referee. The umpires, Rod Pedrick and Jackie Huffman, and we are ready for tip-off. Dreher in the blue with the white numerals and letters. Crestwood, the home team, in the white with a purple trim. Tip-off is controlled by Kadra Duckett and the Blue Devils. Dreher won the state championship here 2 years ago when they defeated Wade Hampton. Kadra Duckett was a sophomore on that team and poured in 20 points, Stacy. And Jalea Dunlap, who is a sophomore now, she was an 8th grader on that state championship team and came off the bench and had 4 blocks and 8 points. Here's Kadra Duckett. Misses right side, but there's the follow by
Jalea Dunlap, 6'3", sophomore, number 34. She's active. Second leading scorer on the team is Jalea Dunlap.
Only a sophomore. Was with this program when they won the state championship 2 years ago as an 8th grader when Dreher knocked off Wade Hampton. Again, this is Crestwood's first ever trip to a state championship, not only in basketball but in any sport. Kiana Williams tracks down the rebound, and she is off and running. Kiana Williams will take it coast to coast, loses the handle out of bounds. She ran right into Michaela Johnson, the 6'5" senior. You are watching the South Carolina High School League State Basketball Championships right here on the NFHS Network. Be sure to go to nfhsnetwork.com/SCHSL and watch live games, replays, and highlights of all the action from this weekend of champions.
All right, don't forget to call and text your friends to join in at nfhsnetwork.com. Make it happen now. It's the way to watch the game.
Score is 2-0. Dreher leading with the ball. Here's Kadra Duckett, number 41, the 3A Player of the Year. HoopGirls.com, 5-star prospect, ranked in the top 35 players in the country, and has committed to play for the University of South Carolina.
Yeah, Kadra Duckett also took over that game last week in Upper State Finals with several steals in the fourth quarter. She can be dynamic on both sides of the basketball.
Here comes Squasha Caesar, very talented sophomore. Puts it in for Crestwood.
Just speed right there. Coach Wilson tells me she actually led the team in scoring in region play. But turned it on late in the season.
Well, in that lower state championship against Orangeburg-Wilkinson, Kawasha Caesar and Shaquanda McCray, another sophomore, really took over that game as they knocked off Orangeburg-Wilkinson. Here she is.
Nice low dribble. Little sidestep there, sidestep Jalen Murray. Jalen Murray right there and got into the paint. They got to keep her out of that paint.
Matter of fact, this game is featuring 2 of the top sophomore post players in the state of South Carolina in Shaquanda McCray, number 30 for Crestwood, and Jalea Dunlap, number 34 for Dreher, both standing at 6'3". Duckett floating in the lane, rebound to Hopkins. Her effort is not there, but it is cleaned up by Jalea Dunlap. 4 quick points for the young sophomore.
Little press right now by Dreher.
And a rebound for Michaela Johnson.
Strong rebound that time.
Dunlap loses the handle. Crestwood had it, but bodies on the deck.
The foul's going to be called on Shaniqua Hopkins that time. Came behind, trying to poke that ball out and got tangled up. Her first foul. Right, look at that as a look at the replay right there. Jalea Dunlap, good strong rebound and back up off the glass.
So the inbounds, Zariah Kelly to Kiana Williams. Now top of the key. Back to the timeline. Caesar sends it left side. Kiana Williams wants a three-pointer off the front rim. Rebound goes to Kadra Duckett, and Dreher's off and running. They've got numbers 2-on-1. Kadra Duckett has her shot deflected by Kiana Williams. Goes strong. after a miss and is brought to the deck, and she is fouled.
Good speed that time.
4-2 is your score, 5:08 on the clock here in the first, and we are joined now courtside by the Associate Commissioner of the South Carolina High School League, Mr. Skip Lax, who is in charge of making sure everything is running correctly this weekend for the Weekend of Champions. Skip, another great job, wonderful crowd, and it's been a wonderful Weekend of Champions here at the Colonial Life Arena.
Well, thank you so much. It's great seeing you guys, as it is every year at this event, and it's been an exciting day.
Well, Skip, it's been a busy weekend. It's been a busy year as we're wrapping up winter sports, and now we'll be moving into spring sports. So what's coming up next on the docket as we move into the warmer months?
Right, well, all our spring sports just got it started, and with all this cold weather, it didn't seem like it was spring sports time, but we're finally getting a beautiful day today. But we have everything going now from lacrosse to soccer, baseball, softball, golf, tennis, track. I think that covers about everything.
I think you've got it there, Skip. A lot going on as our student athletes are competing in sports all over the state of South Carolina. And Skip, what do you think about the overall talent? It's been on display here, especially with our underclassmen in both the girls' games and the boys' games.
Right, well, no, as you can see, to me, every year it continues to get better and better. And at all levels. At all levels, from 1A all the way up to 4A, and by looking at the crowd, the interest is sure there among the communities and fans. And last game you had Newberry and Lake Marion rematch, and almost a packed house. So it's definitely a popular event that people from across our state want to see.
Crystal Bennett with a big shot there. It's now 8-4 Dreher, 4:19. We're talking with Skip Lax, Associate Commissioner of the South Carolina High School League. Is Kiana Williams with the steal. Kiana Williams going the distance, and she lays it in. Skip Lax, it's the 100th anniversary of the South Carolina High School League, and we certainly do appreciate you stopping by and spending some time with us, and thanks for, again, hosting a wonderful Weekend of Champions.
Oh, well, thank you so much, and we appreciate all the support from Play On and the great job you guys do, the exposure it gives to our athletes, our schools and teams, and for those that don't have an opportunity to be here in person, they still get to be part of the experience, so by watching on TV. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. We appreciate what you do. Skip Lax, the Associate Commissioner of the South Carolina High School League. We've got a timeout on the floor. Dreher leading 8-6 with 4:09. You should get a good look over that Dreher bench.
They dressed to impress now. They're matching cream with the blue blouse inside. Good look.
Here comes the Dreher Blue Devils. Running point, Shaniqua Hopkins. Now Kadra Duckett floating in the lane. Doesn't get her shot to fall. And there's Caesar coming away with the rebound for the Crestwood Knights. Kawasha Caesar will hand off to Kiana Williams. Right-handed dribble. Now back to Caesar. Spots up for a three. This is to the left. Well, be sure to buy a DVD of this championship or any other of the South Carolina High School League championships at nfhsnetwork.com/SCHSL. You can choose from basketball, football, baseball, volleyball, wrestling, swimming, track and field, and more. Just click on the green buy button to take home your own memory. That's nfhsnetwork.com/SCHSL. Kayla Johnson gets the rim to be kind, and Johnson is on pace to have a really good game here in this state championship as Johnson.
Nice entry pass by Jalen Murray right there, and drop step, basket good.
Has put in a bucket and a couple of rebounds as we take another look here.
Look at the entry pass right here by Murray. Watch the drop step, left foot off the left shoulder, and just too much size in there. Shaquanda McCray averages double-digit blocks per game, Birch, and she hasn't had a chance to do much with a 6'4", 6'5" Johnson in the paint.
Dreher with the lead, 10-6. Dreher, another school from right here in Columbia, playing for a state championship. The C.A. Johnson Green Hornets won a state title earlier today in the Class A boys.
And then the AC Flora boys will have a chance following this in 3A basketball to do some more damage for the Midlands teams. There's been some drought years there for the greater Columbia area. This year, fully represented. 1-2-2 press by Crestwood, Birch.
And a travel whistled on Jalea Dunlap, the sophomore.
And the purpose of that 1-2-2 press is not necessarily to get steals, it's to cause things like that. Bad passes, throwing away passes, and traveling violations. They make you hesitate enough to get out of your offense, and that worked perfectly that time.
Deanna Williams goes over to Crystal Bennett. Bennett, who hit a big three-pointer earlier, launches another and lands. Crystal Bennett.
Nice shot on that one. Good ball movement by Crestwood.
She's got 5 points. The other shot was just inside the arc, so it counted as a 2. Now Dreher wants one. Dialing it up is Shira Sims, and the senior knocks it in.
We want a big game from seniors in big games. 5'8" senior came up with a big three that time, and that's going to be a traveling violation.
And Kawasha Caesar, too many steps. Dreher leading 13-9, 2:25 on the clock. She's looking at Teresa Jones. 241 wins in her 12-year career.
Third time coaching here at the Colonial Life Arena.
Teaches over at Dent Middle School, which is right around the corner from Dreher. Driving in Duckett, and she's going to get whistled for a travel.
And excuse me, I was in error her 4th time coaching here, but 2 years ago at Dreher High School, and they've had some talent come through that program. They've sent some girls off to Duke University and to other major schools, and she's been a part of a lot of that over the last decade or so.
Caesar, high arcing three-pointer, bounces off the rim. The rebound goes to Sims and Dreher. And quickly ahead with Hopkins. Right side to Duckett. Backs away. Cross-court pass over to Sims. And it's intercepted by Caesar. Caesar went high to bring it in. Caesar.
Got away with a shot. I thought she got away with it. I didn't even hear the whistle so loud in here, but they call it with the carrying violation. First, a little quick bit of trivia here. Crestwood and Dreher scrimmage in the preseason. And they scrimmage each other because both teams like to play good competition. And Coach Wilson of Crestwood told Coach Jones of Dreher, he said, wouldn't it be great if we played in the state championship game, jokingly. And then it's not funny now because here they are actually playing in the championship game.
Kadra Duckett over to Dunlap. Dunlap, dribble drive, baseline. Has it batted away, but Johnson bails her out. Now Johnson, a little three-footer off the glass. 4 points for Michaela Johnson. And Dreher extends the lead now to 6, 15-9. Caesar over to Kiana Williams. Williams, long distance three, bounces out. Rebound is there, though, for Crestwood, but it's on the floor, and it's picked up, taken away by Shaniqua Hopkins. Hopkins over to Duckett. Feeds in the post to Dunlap. Dunlap was trying to take an extra pass over there to freshman Jalen Murray, and Murray took a tough tumble to the deck.
She got hit on the side of the face right there, and she should have caught that pass. That pass was right in her hands. Her hands, she's going to get stronger with her hands. They're going to work on her in the offseason, getting her stronger down there, but she lost it. She's a little woozy over there. She got hit on the side of the face in a collision.
That was a tough tumble, and hopefully Jalen Murray will be okay.
Jalen Murray, interesting story about her. Her mother, Michelle Murray, 6'3" tall, played ladies basketball right here at the University of South Carolina back in the late 80s, early 90s.
She averages 10 points a game, 6 rebounds,
third leading
2 steals.
Yeah, third leading scorer as a freshman on the Drill Blue Devils team. Very impressive. Her mom's actually sitting right behind us here.
Gets a round of applause from fans in attendance here at the Colonial Life Arena. It has been another well-attended weekend of champions.
She must have got a pretty good. We didn't catch that. We were obscure what our view was, but she must have took a pretty good shot in that collision for the loose ball over there.
Now the inbounds. Ashira Sims will pull the trigger to Hopkins. Sims thought about the three. Now gives it away to Johnson.
Nice looking shot.
Excellent 12-foot jumper for the future Clemson Tiger.
You see the ball movement. Ball went down to the baseline, up to the elbow, turnaround jumper. That's pretty much how you coach it.
Stolen away by Duckett. Duckett going the distance, lays it up and in. Kadra Duckett, the steal and the finish. And Kadra Duckett with 4 points now.
I talked about how she plays the passing lane. She did that well last week, too. She plays the passing lane as well as anyone. Saw that earlier today with Bishop England. Has some girls that could jump in that lane. Something that's hard to coach, the timing to intercept passes on a dead run like that.
Duckett will take it in to the front court, across the timeline with 21 seconds here in the first period. Sims launches another three. Too strong off the right iron, and here comes Kawasha Caesar. Right-handed dribble for Caesar, now between the legs. Over to Zariah Kelly. And that was Jalea Dunlap.
Yeah, I think that was a pass, and she got long arms on it. A lot of length in there for Dreher High School. 6'3" Dunlap, 6'4" Johnson.
She grew 2 inches since the 8th grade. She was 6'1" in that state championship, and the buzzer sounds to end the first period of action with Dreher leading Crestwood by 10, 19-9. Stay with us. We've got more when we return to Columbia here on the Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
At Francis Marion University, students in our new industrial engineering program are required to master a rigorous curriculum in engineering principles, the physical sciences, mathematics, and business. But they also take a wide array of courses in the humanities and in the social and behavioral sciences. Why? Well, if you want to rebuild the world, first you need to understand it. Francis Marion University, education to enrich and employ.
South Carolina want the best pre-owned vehicles in one place? Jim Hudson's got it. Over 700 used vehicles from $49.95. Jim Hudson's got it. Want instant credit approval? Jim Hudson's got it. We own the bank. Inspected, warranted, reconditioned, and given the Jim Hudson seal of approval. Drive home today with as little as $500 down. Click JimHudson.com now. Visit us online or on the lot at any of our 5 Jim Hudson locations in Columbia.
Experience it once and you'll never forget it.
Get in the game with TWCSportsChannel.com, your online connection to Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Find complete program listings, up-to-the-minute high school scores and stats, and check out great games in the archive from this season and last. Whether you missed it or want to see it again, TWCSportsChannel.com streams the best matchups at home or on the go. What you live for lives here. TWCSportsChannel.com, exclusively from Time Warner Cable.
Time Warner Cable gives you more dunks for your dollar, more smash for your cash, and more goals for less screen. With Time Warner Cable Sports Pass, you get the most sports on the most devices for under $9 a month. That's why Time Warner Cable Sports Pass is the best value in sports. Upgrade to Sports Pass today. Call 1-855-WANT-TWC or visit twc.com/sports. Passionate about sports? Time Warner Cable invents better ways to love them even more. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
(19-9) in favor of Dreher on top of Crestwood after one period of play. Welcome back to Columbia in the Colonial Life Arena. 3A Girls State Basketball Championship. Leading scorer in this game so far, Jalea Dunlap with 6 points. Michaela Johnson with 6 as well, though.
Kadra Duckett again with the steals. I'm telling you, she can absolutely change a game from the defensive side of the ball. And they get at the point of this press now, half-court defense. She's a problem up there.
Another block by Dreher, this one by Michaela Johnson. And Johnson, that is her second block of the game.
Offensive foul called on Kadra Duckett using an off arm. Dreher bench didn't like the call, but that's what it is. They're up by 12.
That's the first foul on Kadra Duckett. Is an injury to a Crestwood player over there heading to the bench.
The player that got knocked over, I believe, on the collision.
Avis Murphy will check in, the sophomore. 21-9, Dreher. Crestwood basketball, Kiana Williams sticks out the left elbow and draws the blocking foul from Ashira Sims.
Coach Teresa Jones at Dreher is just imploring her players to go ahead and move your feet. Don't lean in, go and move the feet on defense.
Little floater in the lane. Going up for the rebound, coming down with it, Avis Murphy, keeping her alive for Crestwood.
Blocked by Jalea Dunlap on that.
Long distance shot from Kawasha Caesar. Misses the mark, and now Dreher trying to go to Dunlap, and it's knocked away. Crestwood basketball, thanks to the effort there by Crystal Bennett. Now Kiana Williams. Fighting for the rebound underneath the basket. Dreher comes away with it. Sims over to Duckett. Duckett wants to run. Duckett, little head fake.
Euro step.
Off the glass. Johnson trying to finish. Doesn't get the roll. And Duckett underneath, trying to clean up Johnson's miss. You see Coach Teresa Jones. And Duckett, first shot. And here comes some player substitutions as Chelsea Wilson, the freshman, will check in for the Dreher Blue Devils.
Kendra Duckett right there at the line. Nice stroke from the line right there. And the lead extends now.
22-9, 6:35. And shot not there, but Duckett will climb the ladder, pick up the rebound.
One-on rebound.
And now the Blue Devils off and running. Here come the Crestwood Knights now. Kiana Williams, left-handed dribble. A feed over Crystal Bennett. Now a shot from LaDasha Cole off the mark. Rebound. Williams trying to grab it over in the corner. Three-pointer straight away, no. And the rebound falls down to Michaela Johnson and the Dreher Blue Devils.
I think that makes Crestwood about 1 for 9 from three-point land this game.
So Duckett slowing down the pace here with 5:38 on the clock. Lob pass inside to Michaela Johnson, and it sails out of bounds. 5:32. Dreher leads 22-9. Folks, you need to check out the new mobile app from the NFHS network. There you go. That is this game right here on your tablet. The NFHS mobile app, you can download it for free from the iTunes Store or the Google Play Store. It works on both iOS and Android devices. As you see, Dreher and Crestwood, we're watching 2 games in 1 right here, thanks to the courtesy of the NFHS Network app. Not only just South Carolina sports, but you can check out championship events from all across the country.
Picture within a picture within a picture. Somebody just got dizzy.
The NFHS mobile app available on the iTunes Store or the Google Play Store. You've got to check it out.
That was absolutely great what just happened right there.
22-9. Dreher.
That's a lot of technology there, Birch.
Need to put that one.
That's right.
Put that one up for an Emmy.
Yeah, worldwide technology.
Here is Dunlap now.
2-3 zone being played by Crestwood. They're denying the entry pass to Johnson. They tried to deny it. Didn't work, Birch.
Here's Johnson falling away as she banks it softly off the glass.
There's Shaquandra McCray fronting her, and they still got the pass. It's good to be 6'4". I don't know how it feels, but I hear it's good.
Straightaway 3. Doesn't fall for Kiana Williams. Duckett trying to control the rebound. And it's out of bounds to the Blue Devils, who lead 24-9.
Of all the other problems that Crestwood has, dealing with the size Dreher has, the athleticism, they're just simply not shooting the ball well. Take a look right here. The entry pass right there by Jalea Dunlap. Great pass. And just too much height and talent in there. The Clemson commitment, Michaela Johnson.
Now, Shaquandra McCray, number 30, the sophomore, 6'3" center for Crestwood. Stacey, last week in the lower state championship, she had the task of posting with one of the top senior post players in the state of South Carolina, Vondria Ritter from Orangeburg-Wilkinson, who was an all-state player and also a member of the South Carolina team for the Carolinas Classic. There's McCray right there. Her shot misses, and she really shut down Ritter in that game. McCray just had a heck of a contest last week to put these Knights in this state championship game. So she is an outstanding player in her own right, but you're going up against Michaela Johnson, who is a senior and 6'5". That is a difficult task.
No question about it. And one thing I'll tell you, I didn't see the Orangeburg-Wilkinson game, but when you have a player like Johnson down there, it becomes absolutely of the utmost importance that you make good entry passes. The entry passes can, help your post player out tremendously. Dreher's making great passes. I mean, Johnson's a great player. She's going to Clemson, and she's an all-state player. But the passing from the perimeter is what makes her job a lot easier going against a shot blocker.
Here's Hopkins. 2-3 zone for Crestwood. Duckett will slide it over to Sims. Now Hopkins is looking for Dunlap in the paint. Duckett will take it. Backs up. Falls away, and cannot connect on the long jumper. Williams drives it left. Now they'll work it to Zariah Kelly. And Kelly to McCray.
Speaking of nice passes, 24 right there for Crestwood. Zariah Kelly, nice pass to Shaquana McCray that time. McCray got fouled, but that was a great look by Zariah Kelly, the senior forward.
McCray looking for her first points of the game. Has a chance here from 12 feet away.
The lady averages right out of triple-double. Double-digit rebounds, double-digit blocks, and 9.8 with points, 0.2 of a point. Scoring to keep her from averaging a triple-double. And only a sophomore, folks. You'll hear this name a lot the next couple of years in South Carolina girls basketball.
We've seen a lot of talented sophomores in these girls' state championships. Takira Leggett from Latta, who won a state championship earlier today. Saw an up-and-coming sophomore for Andrew Jackson in the 2A contest. And now we've got a pair here today in Dunlap for Dreher and McCray for Crestwood. Here's Duckett driving through traffic. Draws the contact.
She got bailed out a little bit. It was a real foul, but she went 1-on-3 that time. And I could just hear the bench over there saying, please pull it back. But she's, a superior athlete, and she thought she had a crack there. Almost got trapped in there with nowhere to go, but the arm did come down and hit her, so she gets 2 shots here.
Duckett at the line. She's got 7 points, make it 8.
If she decides to go to the basket, and without hesitation, she's hard to stop. She does it in spurts. She kind of picks her points in the games when she really attacks the rim. If she does, she's one of the hardest players in the state to stop from getting to the basket.
Here's Duckett's second. Bounces out. Williams comes away with it off the carom. Now Williams right side. High dribble, sends it over to Caesar, who launches a 3, rims it out, and Sims is there for Dreher. 3:08 on the clock. Duckett. Williams guards her. Johnson battling down in the paint. Now they'll swing it out to Chelsea Wilson, back over to Duckett. Duckett will drive in, left hand, no, and McCray is there for Crestwood to swipe it off the glass. 2:39, they're still at 25-9. Caesar, a little head fake, trying to feed McCray inside, batted away, but Crestwood keeps it alive. Back to Kiana Williams. Now LaDaja Cole, long distance, no. Rebound goes to Kadra Duckett. One-handed board there for Kadra Duckett.
She tends to do that, not went out of bounds last time trying that, but works that time. She gets up high on those rebound attempts.
Duckett, as Williams comes out, wants the 3 and it splashes out.
Got a little piece of backboard on that one, I believe, Birch.
2 minutes now in the first half. Dreher still controls 25-9. As Cole driving in, and the ball is out of bounds to the Blue Devils.
This game is going at kind of fast pace. Hadn't been a lot of timeouts. Not a whole lot of dead balls, but into the ball game is number 12 now for Dreher. That's Anna Jamison Beck, a junior, 5'5". I'm sorry, Deja Parks. A little dyslexic there, pardon me.
Now Chelsea Wilson, the freshman, over to Parks, who just checked in. Sims over in the corner.
Johnson's calling for it in the paint.
Hopkins launches one. It rattles out. And the rebound will go to Crestwood. And the Knights quickly now with Crystal Bennett. Now Caesar will wait for the offense to set. Kiana Williams, bounce pass over to Caesar. Puts up the three, misses the mark, and Johnson is there to clean it away for Dreher.
Three balls are not falling for Crestwood.
They have put up quite a few
made one
in the first half.
They made two in the game. Fouls on number 24, Zariah Kelly. Hack Johnson in the paint.
So Johnson going back to the line. Johnson with 8 points in this game and 6 rebounds. First shot is good. Michaela Johnson, who is 4 of 5 from the floor tonight.
She's getting them at point-blank range again because she's getting the passes right at the rim. She's using great fundamental post play and taking it right at the shot blocker. She has not changed her game at all. I guess you wouldn't if you're 6'4", 6'5", but the reputation of Jaquanda McCray as a shot blocker has not stopped Johnson.
She's perfect at the free throw line. 39 seconds on the clock. There's another takeaway by Dreher. This time by Sims. Now Hopkins. Dreher.
Telegraph.
Moving the ball. Yeah, that was almost taken away by Kiana Williams. Actually, they say it was out of bounds to Crestwood.
That went off Parks, I believe, in deflection.
Kiana Williams, all-state player for Tony Wilson and Crestwood, averaging 14 points, 12 rebounds a game. That's a double-double a game.
That's amazing.
Every time you hit the floor, you're averaging a double-double.
Oh, nice diagonal pass.
McCray came flying in, trying to pick up that rebound, and it is out of bounds. Crestwood will control. 5 seconds remaining. A quick-moving first half here for the 3A state title. Kiana Williams, three-pointer, left side, no. McCray for the rebound and stick back, no. And that's going to do it. The first half has come to a close with Dreher in control, 27-9. Let's go down to the floor where David Hamilton is standing by. David.
Coach Jones, you hold Crestwood scoreless in the second quarter, only give up 9 points in the first half, but your offense only puts up 27 points on the scoreboard. So what do you need to change offensively in the second half?
On offense, we're just standing around, passing the ball around the perimeter. We got to attack and we got to move and penetrate the seams of the defense. Michaela is doing well in the inside, but we're standing around just holding the ball and just looking for her to move. We got to be more physical, got to be more movement on the offensive end. We got to move the ball.
All right, appreciate it. Well, Bert, you heard it right there. They got to move the ball. Low-scoring affair here. We'll see what the second half holds here in just a few minutes.
Well, stay right here with us in Columbia, South Carolina. 27-9, Dreher leading Crestwood.
At Francis Marion University, students in our new industrial engineering program are required to master a rigorous curriculum in engineering principles, the physical sciences, mathematics, and business. But they also take a wide array of courses in the humanities and in the social and behavioral sciences. Why? Well, if you want to rebuild the world, first you need to understand it. Francis Marion University, education to enrich and employ.
South Carolina want the best pre-owned vehicles in one place? Jim Hudson's got it. Over 700 used vehicles from $49.95. Jim Hudson's got it. Want instant credit approval? Jim Hudson's got it. We own the bank. Inspected, warranted, reconditioned, and given the Jim Hudson seal of approval. Drive home today with as little as $500 down. Click JimHudson.com now. Visit us online or on the lot at any of our 5 Jim Hudson locations in Columbia.
Experience it once and you'll never forget it.
Get in the game with TWCSportsChannel.com, your online connection to Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Find complete program listings, up-to-the-minute high school scores and stats, and check out great games in the archive from this season and last. Whether you missed it or want to see it again, TWCSportsChannel.com streams the best matchups at home or on the go. What you live for lives here. TWCSportsChannel.com, exclusively from Time Warner Cable.
Time Warner Cable gives you more dunks for your dollar, more smash for your cash, and more goals for less screen. With Time Warner Cable Sports Pass, you get the most sports on the most devices for under $9 a month. That's why Time Warner Cable Sports Pass is the best value in sports. Upgrade to Sports Pass today. Call 1-855-WANT-TWC or visit twc.com/sports. Passionate about sports? Time Warner Cable invents better ways to love them even more. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
Dreher leading Crestwood 27-9 here at the half. Now let's visit with David Hamilton again, who's got two very special guests for us courtside.
That's right, Birch. At each of these ball games, I get the pleasure of talking to the principals of the schools. Joining me now, Gene Stiglbaugh here from Dreher. Pleasure to meet you. And Isaac McClinton from Crestwood. Now, before we talk about the game here itself, let's talk about academics. I understand at Crestwood you really emphasize the 3 A's. What's that all about?
Academics, arts, and athletics. That's what we emphasize.
And are you really impressed with the turnout here of your student body and the fans watching your players play today?
Very much so. We're on the road. We're traveling to the site, and to be here, this is home to me as well, so I'm very excited about it.
And as a local team, you obviously have a big turnout. Must be excited with the first half here. And so tell us about what's going on at your school these days.
Well, we also consider ourselves a 3A school. Dreher has a very large academic program. We are an A school on both national and state report card. Have a huge arts program. Our seniors, our students here, our athletes are all involved in the arts and academics as well. Our seniors have brought us some very special moments in the last 4 years, and we're very honored to be playing against Mr. McClinton's Crestwood team tonight.
Well, best of luck to both your teams in the second half. As they said, both of these schools really emphasize the 3 A's: arts, academics, and as we're seeing here today, also excellence in athletics.
All right, thank you very much, David Hamilton, with our principals from Dreher and Crestwood. Dreher leads at 27-9. We've got more when we return to Columbia here at the half. You are watching the Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
At Francis Marion University, students in our new industrial engineering program are required to master a rigorous curriculum in engineering principles, the physical sciences, mathematics, and business. But they also take a wide array of courses in the humanities and in the social and behavioral sciences. Why? Well, if you want to rebuild the world, first you need to understand it. Francis Marion University, education to enrich and employ.
South Carolina want the best pre-owned vehicles in one place? Jim Hudson's got it. Over 700 used vehicles from $49.95. Jim Hudson's got it. Want instant credit approval? Jim Hudson's got it. We own the bank. Inspected, warranted, reconditioned, and given the Jim Hudson seal of approval. Drive home today with as little as $500 down. Click JimHudson.com now. Visit us online or on the lot at any of our 5 Jim Hudson locations in Columbia.
Experience it once, and you'll never forget it.
Get in the game with TWCSportsChannel.com, your online connection to Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Find complete program listings, up-to-the-minute high school scores and stats, and check out great games in the archive from this season and last. Whether you missed it or want to see it again, TWCSportsChannel.com streams the best matchups at home or on the go. What you live for lives here. TWCSportsChannel.com, exclusively from Time Warner Cable.
Time Warner Cable gives you more dunks for your dollar, more smash for your cash, and more goals for less screen. With Time Warner Cable Sports Pass, you get the most sports on the most devices for under $9 a month. That's why Time Warner Cable Sports Pass is the best value in sports. Upgrade to Sports Pass today. Call 1-855-WANT-TWC or visit twc.com/sports. Passionate about sports? Time Warner Cable invents better ways to love them even more. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
Welcome back to the Colonial Life Arena here in Columbia, South Carolina. Class 3A Girls State Basketball Championship, and Dreher leading Crestwood 27-9. And let's take a look at the first half highlights.
Heavy dose of Kadra Duckett and Jalea Dunlap. It's a pass from Duckett to Dunlap right there. Nice feed there, and three that time by Crystal Bennett, number 23. The 1-3 that Crestwood made in the first half. The bad news is they shot 15 of them. Jalen Murray with a nice entry pass there. Nice drop step to Michaela Johnson. That's too easy. That's an all-you-can-eat buffet right there. And Ashira Sims, the senior, with a three right there for Dreher. Sims again with a nice entry pass on the elbow to Michaela Johnson. She likes it there. Great touch from there. That's why she's a major D1 player. And Duckett again getting into the pockets of the defense, picking that pocket and heading off to a nice layup using that athletic ability. Now working the ball around the horn. Look at that entry pass right there to Michaela Johnson. You can't set it on a tee any better than that for a post player.
Taking a look at the halftime stats, as you see, 10 field goals for Dreher, 4 for Crestwood, and the turnovers, Crestwood with 14, Dreher with 11, and Dreher also winning the battle on the boards as well. We've got the second half when we return to Columbia here on the Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
At Francis Marion University, students in our new industrial engineering program are required to master a rigorous curriculum in engineering principles, the physical sciences, mathematics, and business. But they also take a wide array of courses in the humanities and in the social and behavioral sciences. Why? Well, if you want to rebuild the world, first you need to understand it. Francis Marion University, education to enrich and employ.
South Carolina want the best pre-owned vehicles in one place? Jim Hudson's got it. Over 700 used vehicles from $49.95. Jim Hudson's got it. Want instant credit approval? Jim Hudson's got it. We own the bank. Inspected, warranted, reconditioned, and given the Jim Hudson seal of approval. Drive home today with as little as $500 down. Click JimHudson.com now. Visit us online or on the lot at any of our 5 Jim Hudson locations in Columbia.
Experience it once, and you'll never forget it.
Get in the game with TWCSportsChannel.com, your online connection to Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Find complete program listings, up-to-the-minute high school scores and stats, and check out great games in the archive from this season and last. Whether you missed it or want to see it again, TWCSportsChannel.com streams the best matchups at home or on the go. What you live for lives here. TWCSportsChannel.com, exclusively from Time Warner Cable.
Time Warner Cable gives you more dunks for your dollar, more smash for your cash, and more goals for less screen. With Time Warner Cable Sports Pass, you get the most sports on the most devices for under $9 a month. That's why Time Warner Cable Sports Pass is the best value in sports. Upgrade to Sports Pass today. Call 1-855-WANT-TWC or visit twc.com/sports. Passionate about sports? Time Warner Cable invents better ways to love them even more. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
Welcome back. We are ready to start the second half. Bert Shantley and Stacey Huff here with you, along with David Hamilton courtside on the NFHS Network and the Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Dreher with the lead, 27-9. And you see Teresa Jones, who told David Hamilton that they had more work to do in the second half.
Oh, she's not happy. She's going to coach them to the very end. And Crestwood's got to make some shots. That's the problem. They shot 4 for 30.
Here's a good start for Crestwood as McCray knocks it loose, and Caesar could not connect, but McCray trying to clean it up and was taken away by Michaela Johnson from Dreher, but I believe they're going to whistle. It is Crestwood basketball, indeed it is. Crestwood trying to shoot better here in the second half. They only made 5 shots in the first half, shooting at 13%. Dreher moving left to right on your screen in the blue, Crestwood in the white.
Jalen Murray back in the ball game. She missed that layup. She was injured early. We'll see her back in the game, but missed a bunny right there.
High dribble for Kiana Williams for Crestwood, but she pulls it back in and feeds Zariah Kelly in the low post, but it's out of bounds. Leading scorers in this game, Michaela Johnson, 10.7 rebounds, and for Crestwood, it's Crystal Bennett, 5 points and 3 boards for Crystal. Coming off the bench, the senior.
Also for Michaela Johnson, I must point this out. Coach Teresa Jones tells me that Kayla Johnson's also the emotional leader in the fact that she keeps everybody up at all times. She seems to always have a lot of joy playing the game of basketball. So when your best players have your best attitudes, that's how you get to win championships also.
Duckett misses on the three. Johnson bails her out with a rebound, and now Duckett will drive in and has her shot blocked by McCray, the young sophomore.
Beautiful time.
Blocks away the shot from the 3A Player of the Year.
They're going to get Shaniqua Hopkins on a little hip check there on this baseline over here, on the sideline over here. But the timing of Shaquana McCray, you can't teach that now. She swooped in like a condor and took that thing away and controlled the ball. Great play.
Inbounds for Crestwood. Here's Caesar. Pumps up a three. Overshoots it. But Crestwood is there with Williams for the rebound.
It's now 1 for 16 for threes for Crestwood.
They have not been afraid to toss it up from the arc. That's Brianna Presley underneath, who draws the contact. So Presley will be going to the line.
Fouls on Michaela Johnson. Two-shot foul. So
maybe it's Michaela's second personal.
Yes. Maybe a good way to get Crestwood back into the game is maybe get some points from the line to get the confidence back up, and maybe they can chip away into this 18-point lead.
Presley misses the first. Sims checking back in now. Ashira Sims, who had a big three-pointer in the first half for Dreher.
I'm sorry, I said 4 for 30 for Crestwood. They were 4 for 12. They didn't get a lot of shots in the first half.
Here's the second. Front rim, Johnson climbs up. Take it away for Dreher, and here comes Duckett quickly now. Near side, Duckett waits for Dunlap. Johnson in the paint, working against McCray. As Dreher tosses it along the perimeter. Duckett just inside the arc. No, Johnson is there. Pushes it back out to Hopkins. Now Hopkins trying to circle around Caesar. Over to Sims. Short. Johnson.
Johnson traveled, but I'll tell you what I saw today. You got to like. She saw that ball was an air ball. She cut in front of the defense and timed it out. To know a shot is errant and to know where to go get it, that's something like a Dennis Rodman would do in the NBA. That's almost the type of genius. When the ball left her teammate's hand, she knew it was short, and she went there and waited for the ball, and Crestwood players had no clue where it was going.
It's a good-looking bench over there. Those assistant coaches for Tony Wilson. Here's Dunlap. The steal and the finish. Jalea Dunlap, the sophomore.
Talent, that's athletic ability. She's going to be such a beast in these next 2 years for Dreher High School.
She's got 8 points. Duckett going for the takeaway. It's out of bounds.
Dreher's going to drop back now to a 2-3 zone, but they're going to try to trap out of it.
Driving in a lane and putting up high arcing shot. Little teardrop there for Kiana Williams.
Only the 5th made basket of the game.
Here's Duckett for 3. Back rim, no. Hopkins fighting for the rebound. Caesar trying to keep it alive, but she steps out of bounds. It's Dreher basketball.
A little frenetic pace right here. You know, out of the locker room, Crestwood's going to try to slap you up the game a little bit and try to make a comeback. Dreher's got to take the ball.
Here's Caesar with a steal. Caesar lays it in for the finish. Kawasha Caesar, the sophomore, with the theft and the bucket. And Caesar now, in this game, she's got 4 points.
Another turnover for Dreher.
It's Caesar on the run. Caesar. She's going to draw contact from Kadra Duckett, and if so, that's foul number 3 on Kadra Duckett, I believe. Yeah, it will be her 3rd.
Yeah, Duckett, again, a little hip check. She had her hand straight up, but she bumped into her with her lower body, and she's going to come out. There's Jalen Murray's at the score table to come in now.
So Kawasha Caesar at the line, sinks her first. 5 points now for Caesar.
And she doesn't come in for Duckett. She comes in for Ashira Sims. Murray does. So Kadra Duckett's going to stay in the ball game with the 3 fouls.
Caesar has 4 steals in this championship. She's another one of these talented 10th graders that we have seen not only in this game, but this entire weekend. There's a steal by Williams. As she cut into the passing lane, now Caesar will take it far side. Caesar 1-on-3 pulls up, and she travels.
Crestwood fans want to foul on that, but she traveled before the contact. Lead down to 14, Birch. A little mini run for Crestwood.
16-point lead here for Dreher. We asked Coach Tony Wilson for Crestwood what he thinks is so special about this year's Knights.
The main thing was special, I think, that this team came together early on. Last year's team, we were depending on this one person, but this year's team, we have a whole balance of girls who can contribute to the team. And we had some ups and downs throughout the year, but we just maintained a focus and know where we want to be at the end of the year. So the girls, we came together at the right time, and they just put the effort and stay focused and compete. That's the biggest thing. We're trying to tell them compete on both ends, offense and defense end. So we did an excellent job. We did it at the right time. So we just going to continue to focus. And like I said, it's a new experience for us. So we can't let that experience, get caught up in that.
Tony Wilson, 7 years on that bench for Crestwood High School out of Sumter, South Carolina. Stacey, and that's a school that was formed because of the consolidation of Furman High School and Hillcrest of Dalzell, where a young man by the name of Ray Allen played basketball.
No doubt about it. As Coach Wilson was on your screen now, he's dressed now, sharp as a tack. He tells me that they've won like 24 straight region games. Region, that's strong.
There's Dreher now, back in the ball game. Jalen Murray, the freshman, who took a tumble back in the first half, really banged her head pretty hard when she fell, but appears to be okay. Back in with 4:39 to play here in the third. It will be Dunlap pulling the trigger on the inbounds, trying to work it to Johnson. And another try here for Dreher.
They tried another out-of-bounds play. Now they tried the baseline one. Now they're trying the free throw line inbounds play.
Feeds over to Duckett. Duckett, left-handed dribble. Shot short. Battling for the rebound. Crestwood comes away with it. Washes Caesar. Behind the back dribble. She needed some help, and she got it. Kiana Williams floating in. Receives the challenge from Michaela Johnson.
But you got to be careful here. Dreher uses Kadra Duckett at the point of their press, and she's very active with her hands. If Kadra Duckett gets a fourth foul here in this third quarter, it could change the entire complexion of this ball game. Good drive that time by the lady on your screen right there.
Duckett actually now has 2 fouls.
We thought it was 3. Okay.
We thought it was 3. Johnson just picked up her third, though.
Okay, and that's also big. Now she may have to come out, but the young lady at the free throw line there, Kiana Williams, very aggressive, and when she decides to attack, this Crestwood team is a much better team. They made her a little more passive in the second quarter and shut down this offense.
Second shot rattles out, and Johnson is there for Dreher. Ahead to Duckett. Duckett splits the defense. Duckett pulls up, little short jumper. Can't get it to fall, but she does draw the harm. She'll head to the line. Kadra Duckett, 4 of 6 today at the stripe. She's got 8 points.
Has not shot the ball well, though. Only 2 for 10.
A very quiet 8 points, you would say, for Kadra Duckett.
She was 2 of 10 from the floor in the first half.
3A Player of the Year by the South Carolina Basketball Coaches Association. We need to give a special thanks to the SCBCA, especially their president, John Combs, the head basketball coach over at Ridgeview High School. They do an outstanding job promoting the game of basketball throughout the state of South Carolina, and we certainly do appreciate all of their efforts.
Absolutely.
McCray gets the rebound off the miss. And ahead for Crestwood, that's Zariah Kelly, 5'7" senior. And Kelly with her first points of the game. And little by little, Crestwood's crawling back into this, but there's an easy basket for Jalen Murray. Defense just totally forgot about number 30 underneath the basket.
Great look. Great pass ahead by our teammates that time, too. Drill does a good job finding each other when they're open. Duckett in the passing lane.
Duckett with another steal. Duckett lays it in, and she's got 10 points. That's the second time that she has stepped in that passing lane, Stacey, taking it away, and finished it off with an easy lay.
That's how she did last week. When she thinks her team needs a basket, she does that. She did it every time they needed a basket against Laura Richland last week. There she was, swooping in and stealing the ball.
And it's one of those things you just can't teach. It's just experience. Exactly. We've got a timeout on the floor. Dreher leading 33-18, 3:24. We asked Coach Teresa Jones what is so special about this year's Dreher Blue Devils.
This season, these girls have been with me, many of them for 5 years, and it's great to see they won in 2012, and it's just great to see them get back here again. So we have this bond, and we have such a good chemistry between us. And we started the year off, and we came in second in the region. So many people doubted the fact that they could make it back to the state because we had the hurdle of LR to get over. But the girls focused, they came together, they wanted it badly, and so therefore they did everything that they needed to do to win the upper state championship on last Saturday.
Teresa Jones talking about, the chemistry, yes. Stacy, and that's one of those intangibles. It doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but chemistry will get you to a state championship. And, we saw earlier today in the 2A state championship, a very similar story, Bishop England.
Yes. Their
chemistry really showed in their win over Andrew Jackson.
Yeah, that was a good steal by, you're absolutely right, a good steal by Jalen Murray that time to get the break started. But Emerson Phillips and I called the game up at Upper State last week, and it was emotional. You could tell Dreher wanted to get over that Laura Richland hurdle. They lost twice to them during the regular season. At their place, they lost in overtime. At Laura Richland, they lost by 8. The third one's the one they wanted, the one that counted for the Upper State, and the emotion poured out as they won that game. And, again, they're right here for a second championship in 3 years possibly.
Duckett showing some frustration, kind of alligator-armed that one on this free throw. She's been short on a lot of her shots today, not only at the free throw line, but from the floor.
She's missed 4 free throws in this game now.
She still has 10 points, 6 rebounds, a couple of steals. Here's Caesar. High arcing three, doesn't make it. But the rebound is there for Zariah Kelly. So Crestwood with a chance, down 33-18, 2:57 to play, third. Kiana Williams. Far corner.
Oh,
gets the roll.
Shooter's roll. Kiana got that like she was shooting in her backyard. That was a very friendly bounce.
Duckett now fakes the pass, misses the shot. She floated in there deep.
Murray had her hands on the ball and just went up kind of soft on that one, and Coach Jones is telling her to go up a little stronger. Jalen Murray is a freshman, does a good job getting positioned under the basket. She just got to get stronger and more forceful at her attack to the rim.
So Dunlap will pull the trigger. Clock at 2:36 now. Duckett backs away, Caesar on her. Over to Deja Parks. Duckett thought about the three. Drives in. And she travels. Whistled for moving that pivot foot. And you can just see the facial expression and the body language. Kadra Duckett right now is not happy with the way her game is going here in this state championship. Great crowd on hand here at the Colonial Life Arena.
Upper level filling up now.
Lower bowl completely full. Both of these teams in the area. Is Williams three not there. Dreher, of course, right here in Columbia.
You mentioned Duckett's frustration. Sometimes as a senior, Birch, you can almost want it too badly. She wants this to be a great game for her. She'll be playing a college ball right here on this floor. You know she wants to have a great showing. Might be pressing a little bit in her last game for the Dreher Blue Devils.
Kiana Williams over to Caesar. Well, they try to go inside with McCray. A little hook. No, and Dunlap clears him down for Dreher, and here comes Duckett. Duckett weaves around the defense. Too strong off the glass, and it's Crestwood basketball with 1:41 to play.
Nice drive, just couldn't get it to go in. It's like a lid on the basket for Kadra Duckett now.
Caesar, dribble drive. Hangs up, draws the foul.
Let's see what this foul is on now. 34, Jalea Dunlap. Thought it could have been on Johnson, which would have been huge. It's on Dunlap. That's her third foul. 3 on Dunlap, 3 on Johnson, 2 on Duckett.
So Kawasha Caesar at the line. Misses her first, so she is 2 of 3. And Duckett's going to check out. Head to the bench, try to clear her head a little bit, I believe. We'll get a convo from head coach Teresa Jones. And Caesar knocks down the second. Scores 33-21 now.
Right here, they're trying to get me into action, Birch. I could have got some of that one. You had me boxed out, man.
I was working the post on you there, Stacey.
Yeah, you did, man. It's all about position.
Right over here in front of the media row. Now Kiana Williams Over to Caesar. McCray and Johnson battling in the paint. Caesar driving in.
Oh, nice block shot.
Johnson blocks it away, and here comes Dunlap now. Dunlap, the 6'3" sophomore, wants to go coast to coast, and she lays it in.
Oh, that's just a big-time play right there. That's just a big-time athlete making a big-time move. Full speed ahead, great handle, great body control.
Underneath, another block by Michaela Johnson.
Michaela Johnson saying, you're a sophomore shot blocker, but I'm a old hat at this. I'm a senior shot blocker. Take a look at Jalea Dunlap, 34, coming right at you. This is big time, folks. This is athletic ability. Full speed ahead, great ball handling, protected the ball, soft off the glass. Hey, folks got to know it's hard to go full speed yet. Lay the ball softly off that window.
She looked like a fullback going into the end zone.
Dunlap again.
There she goes. Dunlap wants to run it again. Tries to split the defense. Kiana Williams takes it away. Dunlap tumbles hard. Caesar with a nice move on the other end.
And
Kawasha Caesar, another one of these super sophomores. Put her on the line. She'll try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. And Crestwood, bit by bit, Stacy, they're just inching their way back into this game.
And that's 4 fouls on Michaela Johnson. Watch the Euro step. Euro step to the right, reverse layup, and Johnson brought that arm down. And I think Michaela Johnson stays in the game. Dunlap comes out. I think the foul was on Dunlap. But Michaela Johnson comes out now.
And Duckett back in. Yeah, that's her 4th foul on Michaela Johnson, and Teresa Jones can ill afford to lose her presence in the post. Michaela Johnson, who has had a spectacular game.
And they're moving the freshman Jalen Murray over to the 5 spot. I just saw her, Coach Jones tell her that.
Look at this trap here. Tie up. Ball is going to Crestwood.
Poise is going to be key right
here. What
here.
a key moment for head coach Tony Wilson to go full court press here. Trap him on the inbounds. And Kiana Williams steps back in as Brianna Presley will head to the bench for Crestwood. 43 seconds on the clock. Inbound Caesar. Being guarded by Duckett. Caesar to Williams. Who spots up the 3, a little short. And it's out of bounds to Dreher. With 34 ticks on the clock, 35-24. We're here in the 3rd period. 3A state championship. First ever trip to a state championship in any sport for Crestwood High School. Dreher, they won the state title here 2 years ago. Here's Duckett, nice little move in the lane. Doesn't get the shot to fall though. Dreher still has it, but the ball is on the floor. Almost went through the legs of Sims. And it's taken away by Crestwood. Crestwood ahead to Caesar. Caesar lays it up and in. Kawasha Caesar.
That's why you got to know where everybody is on the floor. You got to count players. She forgot
and another steal. Crestwood on the other end. 2 consecutive takeaways. Kiana Williams launches a long distance 3.
2 seconds left in this quarter, but that's the only reason Dreher's not calling the timeout right here.
I believe Williams thought she had to rush that shot. I don't think she realized that there were 4 seconds in the clock when the ball left her hands. 2 seconds now. And that's going to do it. The 3rd period comes to a close. Crestwood battling back. It's 35-26 Dreher. We've got the 4th when we return to Columbia here on the Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
At Francis Marion University, students in our new industrial engineering program are required to master a rigorous curriculum in engineering principles, the physical sciences, mathematics, and business. But they also take a wide array of courses in the humanities and in the social and behavioral sciences. Why? Well, if you want to rebuild the world, first you need to understand it. Francis Marion University, education to enrich and employ.
South Carolina want the best pre-owned vehicles in one place? Jim Hudson's got it. Over 700 used vehicles from $49.95. Jim Hudson's got it. Want instant credit approval? Jim Hudson's got it. We own the bank. Inspected, warranted, reconditioned, and given the Jim Hudson seal of approval. Drive home today with as little as $500 down. Click JimHudson.com now. Visit us online or on the lot at any of our 5 Jim Hudson locations in Columbia.
Experience it once and you'll never forget it.
Get in the game with TWCSportsChannel.com, your online connection to Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Find complete program listings, up-to-the-minute high school scores and stats, and check out great games in the archive from this season and last. Whether you missed it or want to see it again, TWCSportsChannel.com streams the best matchups at home or on the go. What you live for lives here. TWCSportsChannel.com, exclusively from Time Warner Cable.
Time Warner Cable gives you more dunks for your dollar, more smash for your cash, and more goals for less screen. With Time Warner Cable Sports Pass, you get the most sports on the most devices for under $9 a month. That's why Time Warner Cable Sports Pass is the best value in sports. Upgrade to Sports Pass today. Call 1-855-WANT-TWC or visit twc.com/sports. Passionate about sports? Time Warner Cable invents better ways to love them even more. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
35-26, Dreher with the lead as we start the fourth quarter. And let's go down and check in with David Hamilton. David, what do you have?
Well, Birch, I was listening in to both huddles during that time out there, and what they were talking about with Dreher was you need to stop watching what's happened and actually start playing defense. The coaching staff said in the first half we did a great job of playing defense. There in the third quarter, though, we were just watching. Meanwhile, over at Crestwood, their coaching staff is talking about that they are very aware that Michaela Johnson and Jalea Dunlap of Dreher both have 4 fouls. Their coaching staff said if you get the ball, go at those girls as hard as you can and try to draw their 5th and final foul.
Good stuff. David Hamilton taking you inside the huddle as Kadra Duckett is at the line. And Stacey Crestwood, after only scoring 9 points in the entire first half, they outscored Dreher in the third period 17-8.
And that's what they needed. They need to put together a run. Started with defense, but this is the perfect setup for the young lady at the line right now. Number 41, a senior, a 3-year starter, already a championship on her resume, D1 scholarship recipient. This is the perfect stage for her to take over this game and try to win it for her team in her last game as a Dreher Blue Devil.
McCray is there for Crestwood after the Duckett miss in the free throw, and Kiana Williams backs it across the timeline. Over to Caesar now, who got hot in the third period. She's got 12 points, a couple of steals as well. Now Williams feeds Caesar right wing. Thought about the 3. Williams wants it straight away, short. But she gets bailed out by her teammate, Gianna Saunders. But Saunders stepped on the line out of bounds, the freshman who had just checked in. Kadra Duckett, 11.6 rebounds to lead Dreher in scoring. Sophomore Kawasha Caesar, the point guard, 12 points, 3 boards, and a couple of steals as well for the 10th grader. Here's Duckett. Caesar comes out to check her. Now left side. Over to Jalen Murray, and rebound fought for. Slapped out of the hands of Ashira Sims, and it's Crestwood basketball.
Boy, the momentum is definitely swung here. 10-point ball game.
6:50 to play in the 3A state championship. Freshman with a dribble drive into the paint. Diana Saunders picks up the contact.
Freshman on freshman. Jalen Murray came down with that arm and fouled. Dreher has definitely lost a little bit of the edge on defense, and the coach Jones, her body language is absolutely frustrated with it. Got to find a way to turn the tide, but 2 of their better players are sitting on the bench with 4 fouls.
So Diana Saunders at the line. Short on the first. Saunders, a freshman, averages 3.7 rebounds a game. Pops in the second one. And Dreher with the lead now, 36-27. Here comes Kadra Duckett. Duckett blows by Caesar. Duckett into the lane, floats it up, pops right out. Rebound for Duckett. She'll go back to the line. Duckett's getting a lot of second chance opportunities, especially when she is working on the offensive boards. And
she's got to play her way. She's got to play her way through this because she's missing the shot. She's getting anything she wants. She's missing. She's going to keep forcing action until it starts going in for her.
And she's 3 of 19 from the field today.
And
she's been working very well at the free throw line. She's picked up 6 points there now.
She missed the last few free throws too until here recently, so she's playing through it. That's what good players do. Beautiful stroke on those shots.
Hits them both. And Duckett, the 3A Player of the Year with 13.
That was a Crestwood player talking to her during those free throws, and she responded.
Brianna Presley bottled up over on the far corner, so she gets some help from Caesar. Left side now. Saunders launches the three. Off the rim. Presley cleans it up, but steps out of bounds. Still a lot of time left in this game. 6:14. Dreher leading by 11.
Bad pass.
And straight to the rim is Kawasha Caesar, and there's another steal, but Dreher takes it away, and here comes Duckett. Duckett weaving through traffic. Duckett wants to take it herself and picks up the contact.
She's forcing the action. She made one of those. It's two bad passes on the other end of the floor. One of them was by Duckett. She went and got the ball back. This is a key stretch, Birch Anley, for the Dreher Blue Devils. They must maintain this lead until Johnson and Dunlap can get back in the ball game.
Dreher led by as many as 20 in this game. That was back in the third with about 6:13 to play, and then Dreher went on Crestwood went on their run. Duckett at the line, short on that one, and McCray is there for Crestwood. 10-point lead for the Devils. Ball is in the air. Kiana Williams. Fight for it over there along the baseline, and it is off Duckett's foot. And it is Crestwood basketball inbounding underneath their own basket. They go right wing with Caesar. Now Williams. Long three, no. Fight for position.
Jump ball, the arrow goes to stays right here with Crestwood.
Tiana Saunders, the freshman, number 32, was doing a good job boxing out.
Shira Sims goes out, but Michaela Johnson back in the ball game. She's going to play with 4 fouls here for the last 5:34 if she can.
Inbounds. Tipped over to Williams. Williams low to Zariah Kelly, and Crestwood with another inbounds underneath her basket.
Block shot by Jaylen Murray on that play there. Knocking the ball out of bounds.
Inbounds taken away by Dreher. Here comes Duckett. Duckett's going to drive in, and Duckett gets it. The hoop and the harm for Kadra Duckett.
Kadra Duckett, a superior athlete.
And that might be just what Kadra needed, as she looked at the Dreher student body underneath the goal and just kind of nodded her head.
It's kind of like, remember me? That's the Kadra Duckett you've been seeing for these last 5 years. Right here, your defender got there way too late. When the player gets that close to the rim, you got to let him go at that point.
Duckett, a very competitive, confident young lady.
Yes, very poised too. I like the way she handled herself in the press conference on Monday, where she answered questions.
She's media savvy.
Yes, she definitely is. Dawn Staley's getting herself quite a player.
Michaela Johnson as well.
Yes.
All of those players for Dreher that were there. Right-handed dribble for Caesar. And these two young sophomores were identical for Crestwood.
Yes.
We were equally impressed. They were not afraid to answer questions and talk to the media.
You're right. That's a bad foul there by Dreher. That far away from the basket. Stopping the clock. Giving Crestwood a chance to make a couple.
42-29, and Kawasha Caesar at the line. She has dropped in 14 today.
As I mentioned, averaged 18 points a game in region play. Came on strong as a sophomore.
And at the free throw line, 5 of 6. She also has 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and at least 4 or 5 steals now. Second one is there. Very confident at the free throw line.
Full court pressure by Crestwood pays off right here.
Yeah, that's knocked out of bounds off of Dreher. And Crestwood has been relentless on these inbound sets. And we've got a timeout. Coach Tony Wilson wants it. Crestwood battling back. It's 42-31, 5:11 left in this game for the 3A state championship. Well, we asked Coach Wilson what he likes so much about coaching basketball.
It's the competition. You know, I always tell the girls that, you know, just playing, you know, you might not have the chance again. Just being there, you know, it's that competition level, playing against one of the top programs in the state of South Carolina for one. And I just tell them we just got to, take this opportunity and just go with it. And I tell them, I say, look, this chance come out once in a lifetime. We just got to have the best opportunity to go forth and compete.
Coach Tony Wilson, his team trying to fight their way back into this game. They trailed by as many as 20 earlier in the third. They've gone on a run, kind of altered their defense a bit as well.
Yeah, they had to, though, Birch. When you're trailing that much, you got to change something up. But he's a good coach, and these girls have had a great season, and they're 24 straight in the region. They know how to win ball games, how to adjust on the fly. So I knew they'd come out and make some changes, but what you couldn't dictate, what you didn't know, was the foul trouble by Dreher. It's taking the chemistry away from Dreher. They had different lineups in the game, and give a lot of credit to the guards and the ball handlers of Crestwood for taking care of the ball better this half than they did the first half. Be
sure to buy a DVD of this championship or any other of the South Carolina High School League championships. It's at nfhsnetwork.com/SCHSL as McCray drops in a little mini sky hook. And at 5 minutes remaining in this championship, it is 42-33. And again, this press for Crestwood. Dreher able to beat it. They get it low to Murray underneath, and she is able to score the basket.
That's a shot she has been putting up a little weaker before. A little stronger that time. Might have got a little contact, but that's a shot she'll do better with as a sophomore, junior, and senior.
Kiana Williams, little floater. Right-hander is there.
She's heating up. All-state player. That's a strong move with that right hand into the middle of the lane.
She's got 9 points, 8 rebounds. Another takeaway by Crestwood. No, Dreher will keep it alive. Johnson ahead to Duckett. Duckett with the fake and the handoff to Johnson, who draws the foul.
Might have got with a little walk on this end down here. I think Murray might have traveled before she fell, but fast-paced game. Look right here, the left-hand dribble. Nice left-hand pass. Murray up off the window soft, and another look right here. That's a strong drive by the all-state player there for Crestwood, Kiana Williams, senior.
Here's Johnson at the line. Rims out.
Missing free throws is a good way to lose a lead.
Johnson with 10 points today and 13 rebounds, so a double-double for Michaela Johnson. Although she has 4 fouls. 2 of 3 at the free throw line. Make it 2 of 4 now, and Crestwood with the ball. 4:20 to play. Williams. They'll work it now to McCray, but it's taken away, and Duckett on the run. Duckett against Williams. Duckett floats in. No. Dreher keeps it alive, and the stick back is good for number 23, or excuse me, number 12, Deja Parks.
But what did I say earlier? When they need a basket, who swoops in and steals on defense? Duckett on that wing in this 2-3 zone. She makes a lot of plays defensively.
Oh, how about that? Sophomore. Kawasha Caesar.
Beautiful shot. Dreher's got to make better passes. Those lazy passes are getting picked off right now. Diagonal pass.
Johnson now to Hopkins. Hopkins just inside the arc. High off the glass, no. But right back to Dreher. And Teresa Jones wants a timeout. So Teresa Jones will stop it with 3:36 remaining. And we asked Coach Jones what she likes best about coaching high school basketball.
I like best about coaching is the fact that I get to be involved with the young people, get to mold them and get to shape them and make them global citizens, letting them know that it's just not about basketball, but it's about life overall, and that if you love, show love, give respect, doors will open for you. And so we try to teach the lesson that if you give 100%, just give your best. The best is all that you have to give, and when you do that, you'll be successful.
That's good stuff right there from Teresa Jones. I just wrote that down.
Put it on the refrigerator?
Yeah, that's,
on your wall.
I tell you, she can
frame it up. She's
put
deep.
that in the book.
She's deep. You know, she considers herself a spiritual person. She says her young ladies are a spiritual bunch of teenagers, and they have a lot of belief in everything. That's kind of been their motto all year, just to believe. And here they are. Belief and teamwork has gotten them here, plus a lot of talent.
There's freshman Jalen Murray. Cross court. Left side is now they working into Jalea Dunlap. Little turnaround. And the rebound handled by Shaquana McCray for Crestwood. 3:22 left. 46-37. Here's Caesar. And whistle As Coach Tony Wilson over there talking with Zaria Kelly. So a foul. And it's whistled on Deja Parks, her first personal. So at the line, Kawasha Caesar, who has been excellent from the stripe. She has that 12-foot shot dialed in.
We're set up for a strong 3 minutes of play here, Birch, to decide the 3A Girls Championship. 3:10 left here. This is about to be, with a made free throw here, you're talking about a 3-possession ball game.
After that free throw, it's now 38 for Crestwood. So 46-38. Duckett passes over to Dunlap. Dunlap almost had her pocket picked, but kept control. Dunlap challenging McCray. Dreher keeps it alive. Here's Duckett now. Backs up, wants to slow the pace. There's the takeaway. Kiana Williams ahead to Caesar. Doesn't get the finish, and Williams went strong over the back of Kadra Duckett. Just crashed right into her. And that's the 5th foul on Kiana Williams.
That's huge. I was worried about the foul trouble on Dreher's side. I didn't realize Williams had 4 fouls.
Yeah, so Kiana Williams fouls out with 9 points and 8 rebounds, 1 assist. So the All-State senior for Tony Wilson and Crestwood out of this game with 2:33 to go.
That's big. A lot of the pressure now shifts over to Kawasha Caesar, who doesn't mind it, obviously. She could play strong as the season went on and embrace the role as a leader. But without her mate back there, it's going to be a lot more on number 15 in white.
Here's Duckett. She has been on this free throw line a lot in this game. She's 50%, 9 of 18 now. So 18 shots from the line for Duckett. She sinks that one. And it's 47-38. 9-point lead for Dreher. They led by 20 in the third. Kawasha Caesar. Left side now to Saunders. Saunders, that pass knocked away by Jalen Murray. Stepped right into that lane. But Crestwood will maintain possession.
Duckett has 18 points in the ball game now. She's slowly starting to get a offensive mountain. But watch her on defense now as the game gets down to the end.
Caesar flying into traffic.
That's 5 fouls on Michaela Johnson. She just fouled out the ball game.
Now that is equally as big for Dreher. So 2 of the top players on the bench after fouling out, as Michaela Johnson now will take a seat for Dreher. 5 fouls, and she is out of this championship with a little over 2 minutes to play. Kiana Williams for Crestwood fouled out moments ago. But a great game offensively for Murray, or excuse me, for Dreher's Michaela Johnson. She walks off with 13 points, 9 rebounds. Or excuse me, 10 points and 13 rebounds, so a double-double.
Yeah, that's very strong
for Johnson.
And she's more of a rebounder than a scorer. She's only the 4th leading scorer on the team. Headed to Clemson, but her strength is blocking shots and rebounding.
Another free throw made by Kawasha Caesar. This sophomore has been nothing short of spectacular, especially here in the second half. And she came out of that locker room and said, let's put the game on me.
And that pressure defense is what's doing it right now, too. That 1-2-1-1 trap is doing. Oh, nice
That's
block.
a big block by Dunlap.
Yes,
Jalea Dunlap has Kadra Duckett on the right. Duckett will take it herself and gets the finger roll off the glass. Kadra Duckett with a big basket with 2 minutes to go, puts her team up by 10.
20 points now for Kadra Duckett in the ball game.
Here's Caesar. Firing of a shot, and she makes it.
That's a
over
tough shot.
2 defenders.
Going left off the wrong foot, shooting with the right hand. That's talent, baby.
Here comes that pressure again. Caesar trying to knock it away from Hopkins. Hopkins able to get it across the timeline within the 10-second time. Back to Dunlap now. 1:36 to play. 8-point lead for Dreher. Crestwood only scored 9 points in the first half. There's a steal by Caesar. Here comes Caesar on Dunlap. Up and in. Kawasha Caesar has just gone crazy in the second half. She is a 10th grader.
The ball was out of the hands of Kadra Duckett that time. They got to get the ball back in Duckett's hands to win this ball game.
24 points for Caesar.
Look right here. Look at her going left off the wrong foot, shot back against her body, over defender's hands. That's talent. Here she is again with a strong right-hand dribble, and Jaleel Dunlap is fortunate not to get her 5th foul on that play right there. That would have been horrible for Dreher. 5-point ball game with 1:20 to play. 6-point ball game with 1:20 to play. Still a 2-possession ball game.
24 points for Kawasha Caesar. She has been phenomenal here in this second half for Crestwood.
Defensively and offensively, both sides of the ball.
She's come away with several steals. And it's just a 6-point lead now for Dreher. Their top rebounder on the bench, Michaela Johnson. She fouled out with 2 minutes to go. The top rebounder for Crestwood also fouling out with about 2.5 minutes to play, Kiana Williams. So 2 All-State players on the bench right now as they are fouled out of this game. And here comes Kadra Duckett, 3A Player of the Year. Duckett wants to take it herself, drives in, has the shot over McRae. Kadra Duckett, big time for the Dreher senior. Now here comes Caesar again, lofts up. She draws the contact. She'll go to the line where she has been very strong today from the free throw line. Caesar, 8 of 11 at the stripe.
Anything you can do, I can do better. Duckett versus Kawasha Caesar. I'd watch this one-on-one for a while. I can stay here for a while and do this. Duckett with a strong move to the rim with a right hand. Kawasha Caesar right back at her. Senior versus sophomore.
24 points, 4 rebounds for the sophomore. Kawasha Caesar, 5'6". Had a huge game in the lower state title. Knocks down the free throw. It's a 2-possession game now.
And again, the one thing that hurts Crestwood here, they have not shot the 3 well all game long. So the 3 hasn't been their friend, but that pressure defense, it's a lot of time when you look at how they choke down on D.
They get the rebound, but it's slapped out of there by Dreher, and Crestwood will hold on to possession, inbounding underneath their basket with 1:02 on the clock.
You can't give on a missed free throw. You cannot allow yourself to give up the inside position at times. Dreher just got beat to the basketball.
Soraya Kelly at the free throw line. Crestwood needs these shots.
Possession arrow favors Dreher. Something to point out in a jump ball situation, which you get a lot of in high school basketball.
Second shot off the mark. High for the rebound is Kadra Duckett. Duckett. He's going to be fouled, and Duckett will go to the line. That was a quick foul there for Crestwood. Both teams are in the bonus.
Double bonus, as a matter of fact. 2 shots coming up for Kadra Duckett. Now, Burke, she's come and gone with her stroke from the line today. At one point, she missed 3 in a row for the line, and then she's going on a streak, but she's made a few, so.
10 of 19.
Yes. 50-50.
She's got 22 points in this game. 10 of those from the free throw line. Make it 11.
You would think she'd make them when it counts. Senior, All-State, 3-time All-State Player of the Year.
She'll have another. And drops it. 53-44. 56 seconds. Behind the back dribble here for Caesar, trying to pick her way through 2 defenders. Passes over right side. Now Saunders drives in, and Jalen Murray right there in front of her.
Ball got blocked out of bounds. They're going to give it to Crestwood out of bounds under this basket. Little contact in there.
LaDaja Cole set the check in, number 5, the junior. There's Crystal Bennett will step off the court. Caesar wants a 3. Bounces out, rebound, chase for it. Crestwood has it. And that is a foul on Hopkins, Shaniqua Hopkins, as she fell into Kawasha Caesar. So Caesar will be going back to the line with 37 seconds on the clock.
talking to Coach Wilson earlier this week, he says he unashamedly compares his program to Dreher and Lower Richland in the 3A ranks. Not bad marks to measure your team by, and judging by today's ball game, they're in good shape in the big picture. Crestwood is first time playing for the state title. Coach Wilson has this program about where he wants to. If he's striving to be like Lower Richland and Dreher, he's giving Dreher everything they wanted tonight.
Here's Caesar. Missed the first and the second. And Duckett is there for the rebound for Dreher with 35 seconds to go. Duckett weaving around traffic. Duckett fakes the pass. Duckett misses it off the glass. McCray is there for the rebound. Dreher takes it away.
Big steal.
That is a huge steal by Parks, the junior 5'4" Deja Parks.
That was huge. Came from the
53-44 now, Dreher.
She didn't give up on the play, bro. She ran that play down from the back and then had enough hustle to keep her from going out of bounds. That might have been one of the biggest plays of this fourth quarter. That's going to do it. That's going to pretty much wrap it up.
Yeah, Crestwood had cut that lead to 5 with about a minute to go, but now Dreher, they have come away with some big plays. And that is a big free throw there. Try to put this game on ice. Shaniqua Hopkins, she's a senior. Rattles out. Duckett keeps it alive, though. She tipped it to Murray, but Murray cannot hang on. And here come the Crestwood Knights. Taken away by Murray.
Jayla Murray's got a lot of potential. She's got to get stronger with the ball. And she give it to take it away. Had it take it from her and went down and stole the ball back. Now she's got to make free throws. I thought it was interesting. The coaching staff threw her a towel as she was walking past. And dry your hands.
And how about Kadra Duckett? 24 points that were probably for her the most frustrating 24 points she has ever scored. She feels like she probably could have poured in 40 tonight.
Exactly. Absolutely.
You just can't say enough about the future of high school basketball for really both of these teams. A super sophomore on the court for Dreher and Julia Dunlap. But this Kawasha Caesar, remember her.
Special. She's a blur with the basketball. Nice stroke by Murray right there from the line.
Caesar with 25 points in this game for Crestwood. Here she is. Launches a three. Misses it to the right. And they stop the clock with 0.6 seconds. 0.6 seconds. As a foul whistled, so Crystal Bennett at the line. And they put 0.6 on the clock. But Dreher is going to win their second state championship in the last 3 trips. They won it 2 years ago.
2 in 3 years, not bad. Third time coaching in the final game for Coach Jones. This will be a 3rd win out of 4.
And it will be the 5th state championship in school history. There it is. The Dreher Blue Devils hang on to defeat the Crestwood Knights. They win it 56-44. Once again, your 3A state champions. Let's go down to David Hamilton.
Back in the second half, but your girls hold on. Second state championship in 3 years. How's it feel to be taking some hardware back for the trophy case?
It feels wonderful. We give all the praises and honor and glory to God. Yes, Crestwood came back. They fought. They didn't give up. I commend them and their team and their coaching staff. But we thank God that we were able to pull it out. We came together at the end, made a couple of big free throws, and so we were able to pull the win out.
Your all-state player, Kadra Duckett, didn't shoot as well as she normally does, but down the stretch, she put this team on her back and won the game. What's her legacy going to be at Dreher High School?
Yes, I mean, Kadra is an impeccable player. She's been leading the team all year, and although she wasn't having a good offensive night, when it came down to it, she put the team on the back, took the ball to the basket, and that was nothing more we could ask of her.
Congratulations, Coach. Coach Jones, Kadra Duckett, and the rest of the Dreher Blue Devils are your 3A basketball state champs. Birch, back to you.
Thanks very much, David. The seniors go out winners for the Dreher Blue Devils. Stay with us. We'll wrap things up when we return to Columbia in just a moment here on the Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
Be there. The NFHS Network. Download the app today.
I don't want no excuses tonight. We in the playoff mode now. Don't let them play hard. Play as one, win as one. One time, yeah!
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
You start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. Oh, we're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the student broadcast program, visit nfhsnetwork.com/SBP.
To go. Calvert for the win. Off the iron. Oh, it counts. Adams got it. Josh Adams with the tip. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Off above everybody. Unreal.
Carolina High School League to the Knights.
Welcome back to Columbia as the Crestwood Knights receiving the runner-up trophy. Lower state champs from Jerome Singleton, the commissioner of the South Carolina High School League. A great year and a great story for Crestwood, the first team ever to represent Crestwood High School in any state championship.
Yeah, they have nothing to be ashamed about. Played hard and really battled in the second half.
Got 25 points and 6 steals from
At this time, we will
sophomore
recognize school
Kawasha
dignitaries
Caesar,
for
and
the
now the presentation of the state championship trophy. Let's join Skip Lax, the Associate Commissioner of the South Carolina High School League, who's on public address to present the trophy to the Dreher Blue Devils.
Dr. Percy Mack, Superintendent, and his staff. Aaron Bishop, School Board Chair, and board members. As part of the ceremony, South Carolina Basketball Coaches Association rep Gail Johnson will present a commemorative game ball to head coach Teresa Jones, whose team finished the season with a record of 22-4.
Dreher Blue Devils, 4A state
Accepting
champs in
the trophy
1981
for Dreher
and
will be
3.
head coach Teresa Jones.
Now making 4
players
3A
number
state
41,
titles, 94,
Kate
2002,
Duckett,
2012,
number
and
21, Michaela
2014.
Johnson. Presenting the 2014 state championship trophy for Class 3A girls is Marion Waters, president of the executive committee, and Jerome Singleton, commissioner of the South Carolina High School League. The trophy is presented to the Blue Devils of Dreher High School, the 2014 Class 3A champion. Congratulations.
The 3A state champs here in 2014, the Dreher Blue Devils from Columbia, South Carolina. The seniors go out winners. Well, that's going to do it from the capital city. For our entire crew, for my broadcast partners, David Hamilton and Stacy Huff, I am Birch Antley saying so long from Columbia. We'll talk to you next time here on the NFHS Network and the Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
At Francis Marion University, students in our new industrial engineering program are required to master a rigorous curriculum in engineering principles, the physical sciences, mathematics, and business. But they also take a wide array of courses in the humanities and in the social and behavioral sciences. Why? Well, if you want to rebuild the world, first you need to understand it. Francis Marion University, education to enrich and employ.
South Carolina want the best pre-owned vehicles in one place? Jim Hudson's got it. Over 700 used vehicles from $49.95. Jim Hudson's got it. Want instant credit approval? Jim Hudson's got it. We own the bank. Inspected, warranted, reconditioned, and given the Jim Hudson seal of approval. Drive home today with as little as $500 down. Click JimHudson.com now. Visit us online or on the lot at any of our 5 Jim Hudson locations in Columbia.
Experience it once, and you'll never forget it.
Get in the game with TWCSportsChannel.com, your online connection to Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Find complete program listings, up-to-the-minute high school scores and stats, and check out great games in the archive from this season and last. Whether you missed it or want to see it again, TWCSportsChannel.com streams the best matchups at home or on the go. What you live for lives here. TWCSportsChannel.com, exclusively from Time Warner Cable.
Time Warner Cable gives you more dunks for your dollar, more smash for your cash, and more goals for less screen. With Time Warner Cable Sports Pass, you get the most sports on the most devices for under $9 a month. That's why Time Warner Cable Sports Pass is the best value in sports. Upgrade to Sports Pass today. Call 1-855-WANT-TWC or visit TWC.com/sports. Passionate about sports? Time Warner Cable invents better ways to love them even more. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
You are watching the 2014 South Carolina High School League Basketball Championships. Coming up next, the AC Flora Falcons tip off against the Darlington Falcons for the Class 3A boys title inside Colonial Life Arena. But first, check out highlights of each team from the upper and lower state finals last week.
Greetings from Florence, South Carolina. Welcome in to the Florence Civic Center. Your host for the 2014 Class 3A Boys Lower State Basketball Final is the 22-6 Myrtle Beach Seahawks face off with the 19-5 Falcons of Darlington High School. Taken away by Darlington. Here comes the speed from Frankie Johnson. The sophomore dishes over to Elmo Johnson, and Johnson on the left wing drops it in. Myrtle Beach has gone on a run, and now Frankie Johnson puts the Falcons back on top. And 1 minute, 14 seconds to go here in the half. Deep three for Frankie Johnson, and now a steal, and Frankie Johnson with a lay-in.
The Dipsy Doodle. Been around the program a while.
Frankie Johnson comes away with a steal. Johnson skip pass left side, count it for Gerard McDowell. Now Johnson knifing in and gets the wonderful assist there from Demetrius Richardson off the perimeter. There's McDowell for the second. It lips out. Martini ahead. He's going to have to launch a three. Martini is short, and that's going to do it. The Darlington Falcons are your 3A lower state champs.
Welcome into the Bonsa Gores Wellness Arena in Greenville, South Carolina. It is time for our 6th and final game of the day, the Upper State Championship for 3A